Hello guys, welcome back to Concrete Elbow. 2018 is probably the last year when Levan was still movable. And by movable, I mean moving him off the center table and not pinning him. That of course if we didn't bring Ermes into the conversation. 2018 is also the last year when Levan was still competing in tournaments, because since 2019, he only competes in a super match format. By the time I'm making this video right now, Levan's wrist is still injured. He's getting better though. I mean, he already started training it again lately. But let's say he's fully healed. Who will be able to pin him first for the first time in years? In my opinion, there are 7 contenders that maybe all of you would agree with. Vitaly used to be the person that we all believe is the number 2 in the world rankings because of the first round in the 2019 top 8 finals. This happened because Levan literally 6-0'd Tim Bresnan, Kydyrgali Ongarbaev, and Dmitry Trubin beforehand. And seeing Vitaly being able to stop Levan for so long, even almost moving him to the losing position, of course made everyone believe that he is the guy. Lately, we don't believe that he is the guy anymore because of his loss against Dave Chaffee, while Levan 6-0'd Dave Chaffee. But after seeing him getting noticeably bigger than before, and realizing that his shoulder was injured prior to the Dave Chaffee match, and now he stated that he's fully recovered, and it's actually proven because of his latest dominant double category win in the AMC tournament, and seeing Levan losing about 15 kilos, that belief is starting to come back again. Morozov is also one of the guys that many believe as the number 2 on par next to Ermes. It's just not really proven yet. He was supposed to have a match against Levan this July 29th, but as I said before, Levan got injured, so he's going to face Genadi instead. But you know what, I think this is actually a better choice for Morozov. Levan may be the number 1, but Genadi faced so much more opponents in the past year especially. Many of them even faced Levan, so if Morozov wins against Genadi, we can gauge his current rankings better than if he faced Levan. But if he lost, forget what I just said. Before Levan dominated the arm wrestling scene, Revaz used to be the guy in Georgia. His last match against Levan was in 2018. He lost, but just look at the way he held him for so long like Vitaly. Even better actually, because he was able to surge multiple times and bring Levan to the losing position. You gotta remember once again that Levan is already unbeatable at this point. No one was able to pin him. Seeing this absurd performance makes me think that Revaz could have probably won if it was a super match. Revaz was then absent in the arm wrestling scene before returning again in East vs West bigger than ever. Honestly, his first few matches weren't very impressive. He won in a war against Todd, lost 3-1 against Morozov, and won 3-0 against Derek Smith. But of course, the reason I put him in this list, you already know, because he obliterated Dave Chaffee 3-0. This could be because of 2 reasons. Either Dave Chaffee is declining, or it's Revaz that's actually getting a lot stronger, or maybe a mix of both. His upcoming match against Vitaly at East vs West 9 will really tell if he's actually worthy or not. Denis Tsvetkov. I don't think I need to explain anything about this one honestly, because I mean it's Denis. Denis and Levan was supposed to have a match in 2019 on top 8 if I'm not wrong, but it was obviously cancelled because Denis got ill in the same year. Now that he's back, even though not as big as before, but seeing his performances against his sparring partners and his recent match against John Brzezinski, I think there's a possibility that Denis could win against Levan in a 6-round super match format because of his incredible endurance, especially if you give him a year or 2 for him to get even closer to his past shape. Zarpaizulev is the only guy here who has the least amount of achievements but is already in the top 10 rankings conversation. I honestly believe that he is there as well. The first AMC was won by Dmitry, but once Zar got in the second and third AMC, he won first place on both. He didn't participate in the fourth one because he got his bicep torn while preparing for it, so it's Vitaly instead who got first place. But he's back again on the fifth. Sadly, he won second place. But I mean, he's still not fully recovered from his injury though. It's only been 4 months of healing at that time, so getting second place in that condition is still super impressive. If he can get back to 100%, which is what he's working on right now, he is there. Oh yeah, and he also flashbanged Dennis multiple times before he got tired in a sparring session. That is unheard of even in Dennis's current form. This one is what I think most of you guys would disagree the most. Jerry Kydyrgali, the most abnormal style out of everyone else in this list. But honestly, I think that style could be Levan's kryptonite. It was shown in the 4th round of King of the Table 6 when Levan faced Ermes that a flop press could be Levan's weakness. Levan's hand and wrist and bicep are pretty much invincible, so no one comes close to him in terms of strength. So at this point of time, no one's gonna overpower him. The only way to beat him right now is to have a better endurance than him, and Ermes already proved it. Now Jerry's style is what I think is gonna tire Levan the quickest out of everyone. If Jerry can get into a comfortable position, even though I know it's gonna be very hard, especially in the earlier rounds, I do believe that it's possible that he can tire out Levan even quicker than Ermes did. Because you know, Jerry's style is proven to be very effective in the long run, especially for top rollers like Levan. He can just stay in the same position for so long without getting significantly tired, while the opponent is forced to hold Jerry with their bicep constantly until they get tired. The question is Jerry strong enough to do that? The last one is of course the gladiator Ermes Gasparini. Ermes vs Levan was the most legendary match of this year. No one expected that this match was going to be the first time Levan not winning 6-0 in a super match. Ermes proved to everyone that Levan is not invincible. Even though he lost, he motivated every top-level arm wrestlers to train even harder to reach the Everest. The match ended with 4-2 in Levan's favor, but Ermes didn't really get the chance to pin him because Levan forfeited the last 2 rounds. If Levan could have kept going, I would probably not make this video because there's gonna be an answer already. But yeah, now that Levan is losing weight and is still injured, while Ermes has faced him, meaning that he knows about Levan more now, and still consistently training for Jerry, and also after he did the strict back pressure record, I believe the chances for Ermes to pin Levan in a rematch is higher now. But let's say if you ask Levan directly, who do you think is gonna pin you first in the future? Well, here's Levan's answer.